Hi, this is Marlene with Dixie Quilters, and glad to have you come and join us. Well, you can see in the camera, oh my gosh, I've got a big pile of things I'm working on. And today, I'm working on putting the center parts of Pie Safe using the foundation papers and combining it with the Midnight Owls pattern. And so let me show you what I've got. So here's our two Pie Safe generated blocks. So they both look just like that. Then we have the kitty cats, and I put a black border on them. And first of all, I put a black border on that was too narrow. And then I had to take it off and start again. And so you can see there's my kitty cat blocks. And then I've got all these blocks done. There are 6 like that, and 1 which is all blue, but you know, I can't seem to find it right off, of course. Here it is. So we're going to be making this design. We're going to use the 2 Pie Safes in the middle and the 6 cats along the edges. And so we've got all the blocks made. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the sashings together and sew along with me, I guess, if you'd like to. And then I'll be moving on to put the blocks, assemble them all together. So that's what we're doing. Right with you. Here we go. Let me get some glasses on. Oh, and by the way, I'm thinking about this. These are my 2 borders. But I think since this is supposed to be 5 inches wide, and that's just 3. So I have enough of this purple to do another border like that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think there's enough there to do another border, at least a half a yard. So here we go. Just assembling the sashings, and then now let's separate all those and connect them. What all are you working on this weekend? I love it that I have a 3-day weekend. I'll get a lot of stuff accomplished. So I better lay them out so that I don't put them on the wrong ends, you know. Because I've been known to do stuff like that. And I finally ordered some fabric glue. Because I want to be able to glue down the bindings and then sew them so that they're exactly where they're supposed to be. We'll try. We'll see if that helps. Okay. Here they are. I have to stay busy today because my precious doggie is having surgery today. I'm sort of thinking about her and missing her because she's always underfoot. And here she's not here at all. These forceps are the best thing. So Sampler had them in the box one time earlier this year. I love them. Just grab anything I need. And the other thing that I thought So Sampler did fabulous on was that magnet on a stick, you know, the telescoping magnet that came last month. Where is it? It's right here. Look at this. I could get a pin on the floor, not even having to bend over hardly. Now that's fun. Okay, 1. And the birds on the purple are non-directional, so they can go either way. I'm beginning to get nervous about the all the jobs that I've given myself for 2026. You know, that Jane Austen, all that hand applique. I mean, well, what is it called anyway? It's when you put a interfacing on the back, you turn it inside out, and or start it with, you know what I mean, and then you sew it down by hand. I think that's going to take a long time making all those shapes. Then we've got the Murder Mystery Quilt, which is all foundation paper piecing. Well, I was watching some of the people like Fred Makes Things. That channel has a lot on, she's working on the Murder Mystery Quilt from, well, they went to a South American location on last 2025's Murder Mystery Quilt. Now this coming year, it's going to be the Alps and the Orient Express and set in the 1920s. And it's going to be fun, but I'm going to have to bone up on this foundation paper piecing stuff. So if you have a favorite foundation paper piecing teaching channel or YouTube, please put it in the comments, because I'm going to need to read and watch quite a few of them so that I know what on earth I'm doing. Okay, thank you. And let's see, I'm going to go iron these and then we'll be right back. Okay, we've got these ironed now. And nice and flat. I'm putting the seams in, because when we do the blocks, since there's so much more activity in the block, we're going to want to press those out. So I'm going to take a moment now, and we're going to go through and make sure that all of these different blocks, the 3 different kinds, are all going to end up being 10.5. So that way when they go together, I won't be saying any bad words at all. Okay? So I'll be back to you in just a moment. Hi. Oh, got my hair going. That's fine. Hey, I'm looking at these, and I don't have a 10.5-inch square, so this is what I'm doing. Let me show you what I'm doing. I put a yellow washi tape and put it out in a 10.5-inch square. So then I can lay these oddballs down, sort of overhang it, try to make it the same amount on both sides, and then trim up one side and then put it down so that it goes away. So I've already finished this one. So this one, well, this is the one I must have already done. Let's see, is it? Yes, it is. I'm sorry. This is the one that's done. So it matches here, there, and there. So this is an exact 10.5. Now I'm going to order a 10.5-inch square here soon. I just got my first 6.5-inch. Just came from Soft Squares. And I couldn't wait to open it. I'm sorry I didn't open it with you. Let's double check to make sure we're okay on that side. And then what I'm doing is I'm just putting this over here. And boy, that's way over on this side. But not as much in the middle. Let's see if we can. I want to get it so that it doesn't obviously pucker one way or the other, you know. Okay, so that's 2 sides. Now we'll do the other 2. So where the mother of invention is necessity, right? So we can make this work. Yes, I could just use a ruler, but I like to see how far I'm over on both sides. So now we have 2 perfect 10.5s. Let's keep going. So here's our kitty. Now the interesting thing about the kitty is that the ones that are horizontal are longer this way than they are this way. So we're going to have to arrange it so that there's an equal amount of black on top and bottom, and there'll be less on the sides. And to be honest, I've already pressed them and put starch on them, so they are still wonky. And this one's going to have oh boy. Well, I'm going to go forward. Quite a bit's going to be cut off on this one. Let's see, it looks like about a 1/2 inch. And over here, it's going to be at least a 1/2 inch. Boy, that's quite a bit. I better take a little bit more off of this side to make it the same as that side. 1/2. No, that's 3/4. We better take it down to a 1/2. What am I doing? Yes. Well, to be quite honest, I don't like how that lined up anyway, so. Now, that's better. Yes, that's better. Okay, now for this way, very little comes off on this way. Boy, this is when you don't want to make a mistake, right? Because we don't have another alternate to do. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. The top and bottom borders will be quite a bit thicker, like almost 3/4, and then the side will be only a 1/2 or maybe 5/8. But there we go. That's how I'm squaring up all my blocks. So I can't wait to get a 10.5 inch ruler. I like the ones from the Creative Grids, don't you? All right, check back with you as soon as I get them all done. So you can see I've got the first 2 rows done. And that secondary pattern is really pretty coming there with in between the blocks. And I've changed gears at the last second here. I'm going to continue the purple sashing around the inner border. I have enough fabric left over to do that. And then I'm going to use what I thought I was going to use was an inner sashing like that. This will be an inner border, a medium border, and an outer border. That'll get enough width to the quilt because otherwise it'll be too narrow. But I think these colors are just striking. Wow. So we'll come back to you when it's done. Hi everyone, I'm working on this kitty, pretty kitty, bright colors, And I put the first 2 rows together and already made a mistake, but I decided to change it up a little bit. So instead of having the 2 pie blocks down the middle, I put the 2 pie blocks across the middle going horizontally. And then we'll have 3 kitties. 3 kitties up there. And then the middle will be the pie blocks, and we'll still have the pattern. We'll keep going with all the little diagonal squares. So we're getting really close. All right, what do you think of this change? I think the symmetry is going to be okay, and the color is going to be consistent. I think it'll be okay. All righty. So here is our cat artistry. Can you see the cat pictures? It may be too dark against the light there. But we have the cats, and we have the secondary design going on with the squares and the lines and diagonals, and a couple of borders, and it just turned out beautifully. Let me get a little closer to one of the cats for you. It's just so pretty. And that's using one of the papers from the Sew Sampler. And here's a kitty cat up here that's so pretty. Anyway, that's our cat artistry.